Well, I guess what we can actually do is zoom. I don't know if this is faster. Okay, you can also buy Perfectionist Pearls here. You gotta talk to people at the inn. I'll be honest, I have an infinite supply. Let's see, am I going the right way? I think I am, because we gotta go to the Erie anyway. Sup, Chumpus? Dragons. Now, did I fight these guys already in this story, or did I fight them in Dragon Quest Heroes 2? I forget. Tactics. Everyone. I'll just do Fight Wisely. I'm starting to run out of MP a little bit. Probably should rest in inn, maybe. Oh, that's a decent damage. But yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I'm pretty laser focused on the story right now. Just because, like, holy crap, 100-hour JRPG does not lend itself well to completionism unless you're insane and have a lot more free time. And honestly, like, I don't have free time. I have negative free time. This is my free time. Because I want to stream, but I didn't want to, like, do any work. So I figured this game's about as close as I can get to not doing work while working. And you know what? I think that's approximately true. 100 hours, what is this madness? Long! Bunnies. Oh. But no, I can't feed them. That was Okami only. Oh, we have a sign here. This way to the Erie. Enter at your own risk. I like risk. I like big risks, and I cannot lie. Apparently Dying Light is that long. Good lord. Okay, one of the orbs is nearby. Like, I like me some JRPGs. I like me some games. But anything that's like 100 hours long usually gets sent very far to the back burner just because, like... Oh...
Another one bites the dust.
Okay, switch. I guess if we rest until dawn. Do we actually get HP back from that? Maybe? Okay, we do get stats back from that. So I guess we're going up to the Condor's Crag. My assumption is we probably fight the Condor. Maybe? I don't know. Ooh. And we have a surprise crab. Craft! I like the animations for these guys. Like, I don't know. I'm still holding out hope. Wait, did that... there was an announcement for Dragon Quest stuff. Specifically in regards to, like, maybe a new Dragon Quest Monsters? Did we, Oh, right. It was in this game, I think, that I fought the dragons. Because you can ride around in these things, if I remember right. Can now ride in the exoskeleton. I don't know. Let's see. But I was gonna say, what was I going to say? Oh, right, I was talking about Dragon Warrior Monsters. There was some kind of, rumor that we might have a new Dragon Warrior Monsters, or Dragon Quest Monsters, starring Eric. Did that actually end up being a thing, or no? Because I was really hoping it would be. Because I know there was supposed to be, like, an announcement at the beginning of August? Let's see, I don't think I can go that way. I think I'm supposed to go down. Through the cave. Come, speed egg. Fight these things with me. Oh, it doesn't. I haven't earned anything more on the new Dragon Quest Monsters game. That's a shame, because I'm really excited for potentially having a new one.
We did it, darlings!
Because, like, I always could use more, more, not JRPGs in my life, more good Monster Collection games in my life. Look at how Eric is just plowing through everything. I'm just here to finish off what little I have. Shell's gone. I can now lay out properly. Aha! Comfort. I'm ready to snag her blanket. I'm actually kind of cold. I just want more good JRPGs. Well, I mean, we have a slew of fairly good JRPGs, all things considered. Like, trying to think of ones. Okay. So another Dragon Quest game starring Eric was rumored to be announced in August, yeah. And he had, like, a slime under his arm. Or was it a Draki? I think there was also, like, maybe a girl. There was also kind of teased. I don't know. I'm trying to think of, like, other good JRPGs we've had this year. Okay, maybe I'll take it back. We've had a lot of, like, passable JRPGs lately. But good kind of varies.
Another one bites the dust.
Eric and his sister are supposed to be the main character of a new Dragon Quest game for consoles. Yeah. So, speaking of, like, good JRPGs, did Octopath Traveler end up being as good as everybody was, like, hyping it up to be? Because we played, like, a fair bit of that, and then eventually kind of petered out a little bit. And I feel kind of bad about not finishing that one either, but it was also really long. And I'm finishing this one first just because I found the characters to be more endearing. We loved that game. I just remember it was one of those where it was like, it was super, super, like, popular and everybody was kind of talking about it last, like last summer? I guess it's summer before last now, since we're out of summer now. And then just kind of nothing. Wow. He demolished that frog.
And stay down.
Let's see. Still would like to go back to it, but like most JRPGs, holy shit long. Like I can pretty much only run one JRPG at a time, unless they're like massively successful on my channel or I've got a lot of free time. I currently don't, but I'm not feeling great, so I've just been kind of doing whatever. Literally just one frog? It's just one frog.
And stay down.
I want to give Eric some more, like, energy generation abilities. I don't think Rab's done, like, anything in a while, but that's okay. I guess this is what happens when you overgrind just a little bit. This is definitely the superior in comparison. Yeah, I don't know. I think what I'm gonna probably do going forward as far as JRPGs, though, is be very picky to the ones that either have some kind of really good gameplay gimmick that keeps me interested, a la, like, Code Vein, or... Let's see. That chest all the way across. I don't know if I can get to that easily. Hey, welcome back, Crystalon. How was your trip?
Who else wants some?
How are you doing? Oh no, this is not the area that I thought. Wait, what? Oh. I have to be up here to hop down. That's confusing. Let's see. I want more classic turn-based games. I'm mixed. I find the classic turn-based games tend to be a little bit slower for me. I'm a bigger fan of games where I can just kind of plow, like, I'm not gonna say, like, plow through the enemies, necessarily. But being... Oh, I need these guys. No more Jumpman. Hello, this guy. Poor Eric is out of mana, but I guess it's not that big of a deal.
Not bad at all.
These kind of traversal things are kind of cool. It reminds me of the traversal mechanics from Monster Sanctuary, actually. I really hope they incorporate these into Dragon Quest. Like, a new Dragon Quest Monsters, if they made one. Like, how satisfying would it be if you see, like, a climb point, and you're like, oh, shoot, I need X monster to be able to... Oh, the vine down from the branch. Yay, shortcuts. You know, if they had this more, like, interconnected world design, and you see, like, a area that you can't get through, and you're like, okay, I need to get me one of those monsters to actually, like, have access to that area. Oh, that would be so satisfying.
Ha! Easy.
Let's see. Think of a JRPG with a strong story that, if played normally like this, would take somewhere into the 100-hour range, but setting mode called Story Mode, where it contains story content in its entirety, but it removes all the extraneous battling. So you just fight bosses, and only the bosses. I think a lot more EXP so you level up. It would be interesting. I think I would prefer that to what the, oh shoot, what was it? The Dot Hack
Another
game.
day, another victory.
Was it Dot Hack GU? I think it was GU that I had played. I'd started playing. Which, that's another JRPG I want to go back to at some point. But Dot Hack had a story mode that just put you to max level. Which, I guess is kind of nice, but it's like, it's unsatisfying. I would much rather just have effectively a JRPG that is just like a consistent boss rush. You know, you might get like just a little cutscene of the character walking through the environment so you can appreciate it. But, you know, the levels would be more abridged. You wouldn't have these, like, random battles here and there, or climbing. Yeah, maybe. I'd have to think on it. Because they're... At the same time, that might also feel very empty. And it's weird, because, like, I'm not sure necessarily if you need random battles like this for a JRPG to feel good, but not having them would feel very strange indeed. I'd have to see it in play before I could, like, really get a read on it one way or another. But it could work well. Let's see, so both of these ways seem to just kind of lead to the same area, so I'll just kind of do whatever. But yeah, overall, especially as like a YouTuber streamer and stuff, that sort of thing would have been actually very nice. Specifically, a game that needed that desperately in my case was Fire Emblem Three Houses. Because I would have played through all three routes if it was nothing but battle, plot cutscene, and maybe support conversations. If you got rid of all the, like, like weird side content wandering around the academy, the monastery, and upgrading like upgrading all of your character's stats and stuff. It had been balanced without all of the teaching aspect, and just condensed down better. That would have helped a lot, because as it stands, we really only had the time to do one playthrough of that game. And then it was just like, oh, sweet Jesus, there's no way I'm going to be able to do any more of that. Like, we finished filming Fire Emblem Three Houses, like, over a month ago? I want to say. Holy crap, that Dragon is durable. It took 229 damage from Rab. It's still dead, but still. But, let's see. Fire Emblem. Brain. I don't know. Oh, right. Yeah, we finished it. We finished recording it, like, mid-August. Like, we had days to spare before we left for PAX. I still have two huge... Like, I have 15 hours worth of footage still to put on YouTube. Let's not even get started on Dragon Quest Builders. I think the Dragon Quest Builders series ended up being shorter, time-wise. But that series is still going on, which is an issue. Okay. So, Wander, how long have you been on Twitch? I didn't notice the entire time I've been watching on YouTube. I have been streaming on Twitch since 2014. A year after, a year after I started on YouTube. Largely because, Twitch wasn't even a thing. Really until, like, a little bit after I started, or maybe Twitch TV became a thing. Because it was Justin TV, and then, like, then it was Twitch. And that was right about when I started my YouTube channel. And at the time when I started my YouTube channel, I was living in Rochester, New York, just post-graduation, and the internet there is pretty damn garbage. At least the internet packages that were available to me. We had like Frontier Internet and some like really, really garbage version of Time Warner, which was frustrating because I was pretty much running on dial-up speeds, and then I think I ended up capping out at about maybe 500 kilobytes a second up, which is enough to host a server for like Prop Hunt and upload videos overnight, but no way was it good enough to stream anything ever. It was so garbage. And so, okay, guess we gotta get off this thing. It was just absolute trash to your internet. And then I moved to my parents' place a year after I started my channel because I'd lost my job and rent was expensive and a bunch of other things. And vials of magic water. So do we want to switch Eric out? Yeah, we should probably switch out Eric. Let's see, line up Eric for Jade. Just because Eric is all out of mana. And that's a bit of an issue. We could also get Veronica, because I never use her, but... Rab, what can we get you? Enlightenment. MP might... That's a lot of MP, actually. We could increase his strength, but I'm not really sure if there's much of a point to that. I think he's got a wand on. Might not be a bad idea to go down this tree a little bit. That bonus MP is pretty good. Same thing with the agility, give or take. Let's see, suggestion if you're up to open to build ideas. I could be. But let's see, what was I going to say? But yeah, so I started streaming more or less pretty soon after I started living with my parents, just because, yeah, I finally had the internet, and it was a really good way for me to keep up with content production. Like, if any of you guys ever get into YouTubing specifically, I would recommend streaming as something to do alongside it if you have the time. not necessarily to grow as a stream channel, but purely because it's a very good way to record for hours on end without getting distracted. Because, you know, I keep reading, like, I keep reading people talking about, like, efficiency with working. And, you know, 8-hour days are too long or something. Oh, that's okay.
Ah, what are you doing here, humans? If you're thinking of feathering my nest with, feathering your nest with my treasure, you got another thing coming. Ah!
There we go. Okay, focus on crit chance for Jade. I think we're still pretty early in the story for me to do that sort of thing. But I can understand why. But yeah, so, you know, I hear people talking about, like, work efficiency and how, like, they work for 8 hours, but, you know, they might only do about 3 hours of work during that period. By forcing myself to stream the entire time, I pretty much have 100% efficiency, save for if I have to, like, stop and eat or, you know, take a break or something like that. And even then, those breaks usually are 10-15 minutes tops, because a decent chunk of my job depends on you know, uptime. And that includes, like, specifically talking and presenting the entire time. There are some YouTubers and streamers that can, like, get by with a lot less. You know, I've been watching some WoW Classic streamers, and they're much more casual than I am in eating meals while streaming and just kind of hanging back, and their viewer numbers don't seem to dip. But I think part of it is I'm also playing, like, very niche games and with, like, no set schedule. Was that a boss that I killed?
That was easy.
I guess it was. I think I'm over-leveled. Oh. My audio is too low. I think it might just be that the game is too loud. I can fix that. I'm sorry. New audio setups always take a little bit to get fine-tuned. Let's see. Use my skill points right away. No, turn down audio. I think it's also, the game had, like, reset its volume settings. Oh, wait, no, I turned it down. Because I got sick of hearing casino noises. Okay, and I get an eagle dagger. Cool. Okay, so I should be a lot more audible now. I apologize about that. Let me know, by the way. Like, always let me know if my audio setup is weird, because I look over the meters, and yeah, I'm substantially louder than everything else. But there are times when games get real loud, and then, welp. Okay, so we get the silver orb. Yes, we finally got our hands on the silver orb. Who'd have thought we'd find it all the way up here? Don't rest on your laurels just yet, Tonks. We can't stop searching till we found all 6. How many do we have at this point? I have forgotten. Well, here's my buddy. Does anybody know where the sign is with that poster? See, I should have 4 at this point. Okay, got it. But yeah, so even when I try and... Okay, it's near the beginning, so we'll grab that on the way down. But even, like, now, beyond streaming, if and when I ever do, like, artwork, I generally will try and stream it. Or at least record it, because it keeps me focused. It's a little frustrating, and a little bit extra, like, stress? Because you can't, like, kick back, so it always feels like more work. But boy, I get a lot more done. And that's... I don't know, that's worth it to me. Okay, so am I fine now? Am I relatively audible? One of the problems is, like, the battle music and the battle sound effects are on a whole different level compared to, like, when you're out in the world. And so I don't want the out in the world stuff to sound like just a whisper. But at the same time, like, I don't want the battle stuff to just drown me out. The only game I've ever seen with good audio for this kind of thing that I really, really like is, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 had insanely good audio levels. Because they had, like, battle voices, I think you had battle music, and, like, battle sound effects and a bunch of other things. yet. Let's see. Yeah, Arthur, I wouldn't sweat that too much. We are not hitting, like, bad levels of backseat gaming. This is a dying, frustrating topic. Backseat gaming for me, especially with, like, me accepting advice for this game, there's almost nothing, and half the time I'm even just, like, welcoming it in this game. Because I straight up don't even want to look for half this stuff. Like, that old man, I wasted, you know, a couple minutes looking for him. But that's the kind of thing that's, like, this game is long enough that if I'm just told, hey, the old man's over here, I'll be like, sweet. It's worse when it's just like, how could you miss that wall gold? And I'm just like, ah. Or when people are just like, okay, turn left here, now use Toomerang on this group because it'll take them out. Like that's when it's just Twitch plays Wanderbot, and then I lose my mind. It's a nuanced thing, question mark. Yeah, or really the ones that I think get my goat almost the most is the unbidden advice without even, like, paying attention to the stream. Like, drive-by advice, I think, drives me bananas. I'm way more receptive if it's somebody that's I've seen in chat for, like, a while. But, yeah, lighthouses. Wandered, you should make a lighthouse. You should make a bunch of lighthouses. You'll love what you run into, and it's just like, oh my god, this is a no lighthouse challenge. I even said it in, like, the title. I have this, like, weird contentious relationship very occasionally with other people's fan bases. I think that's actually where, like, a lot of my problems come from, because fans from, like, one YouTuber will see their full complete playthrough and see that I'm not done yet and come over and, like, try and teach me the magic juice to make me, you know, do better, question mark. But half the time, yeah, it's straight up just like, here's how to get the Master Sword. And it's just like, that's not helpful. I already have it. And, like, most of the time I'm pretty chill about it. It's just when it becomes too much that I'm just like, please stop. Oh my god. It also, you know, obviously depends. Did she just, like, love hit bump that thing? Wow. That's, you know, I guess it's fine. I don't know enough about Jade's character yet so far, but that just seems wildly out of character. Now, if Sylvando had done that, or hell, even if Rab had done that, I would have been fine. But she has a butt bump attack. Why does Sylvando not have a butt bump attack? I mean, he has some other things, but like... I'm just... It feels wrong on her.
We did it, darlings!
And I realized, like, okay, she's allowed to also have... I guess I'm gonna say some sex appeal. But it just feels strange. Okay, so where the heck is that sign? There's actually a fair bit of this place that I didn't check over. Die, craft! I'm glad I got this greatsword. Things are going faster.
Another day,
What the heck is this sign? I guess the other thing that really gets my goat is when people tell me stuff, and it's just wrong. And I realize, like, half the time they're just trying to be helpful. But, like, yesterday, for example, I was told, like, hey, by the way, there's a vending machine right where you're going to be going. So, like, you don't need to go sell stuff because you'll just get... Holy shit, these things are weak.
not bad at all.
I, Let's see. Oh, there's this here. Is this it? Nope. Slipweed. What the heck is this sign? It ain't here. I'm just gonna wander aimlessly, trying to find a signpost somewhere. I guess we'll grab the items as we go by. Maybe it's that sign there. I didn't read it. I probably should have. It's probably this thing. Danger, don't enter without good reason. Son of a butt. Oh, you know what? We can just run through the whole area again. Oh, the other side of the signpost. Thank you. That's hard to see. Looks like a tattered copy of some sort of school newsletter. This must be the Le Mini Monday. Tongue takes a closer look. The Mini Monday, issue 2238. Cherie, Madame Cherie's letters from the Lovelorn. Cherie, I've fallen in love with a man of a different species. It was love at first sight, and now I can't get the thought of his beautiful, silky, smooth hair out of my mind. Whatever should I do? Kissy lips. Ma Cherie, kissy lips. First, pay the boy's species no heed. Remember, love knows no boundaries. What you must do is share a secret with the target of your affections. Ah! Ah! Oh no! Oh no! Honor, my wife said the best thing watching you is the, yes, just take the corpses of the one you just killed and run around in them. Look, I'm an opportunist, if anything. Also, I forgot. You can see Tunks in there. He's just crouched. He's just like, yep, this is where I belong. There was something in here, and then I killed the shit out of it. And now I am here. I wish you could only see, like, his face. Anyway, I get the feeling Kissy Lips is very much in love with us, and that is terrifying. Anyway, share a secret with the target of your affections. It matters not what the secret is. The excitement of your petite conspiracy will set his heart aflutter for certain. All that will be left is then to convince him that the pounding in his heart is caused by his love for you. Achieve this, and a happy future together is assured. Godspeed, Miss Kissy Lips. I pray for your victory on the battlefield of the heart. All my love, Madame Cherie. You found the missing edition of the little Le Mini Monday. You should head back to l'Académie to and pass Madame Cherie's advice on to Priscilla. Well, might as well pop out of this thing. Yeah, that's really bad dating advice. Tricking somebody into a relationship is terrible. So is guilting somebody into a relationship, or pressuring them into a relationship. Or hell, anything other than mutual, interest and respect is going to end poorly. Anyway, zoom! And honesty. Yeah, honesty. I mean, it's a whole laundry list of things that you should probably have going into romance, but still. It's almost all Disney princess love stories. There's a reason why Disney princess love stories never show the characters when they're middle-aged. Because they're all divorced. Do you think Ariel and Prince Eric had much to go on? Not really. Kinda? Okay, so we can be by. Hypno Whip. Let's see. Silver Tiara. Why can't we put that on Sylvando? Excuse me. Is it worth it? It's worth it for one character. Oh, she loses the bunny ears, but then again, she hasn't been wearing them in ages. What are these for? I don't know. I don't know what the eyes are for. Crafting, maybe? I'm gonna buy a couple of each, just in case. See, best relationship in a Disney movie was Up, because they were able to deal with life in general and still care about each other. And they killed her off, like, immediately. I'm kind of mad about that, actually. Because that was such, like, a lovely couple, and then she just... Like a pearl boutique. So, I can just buy a shit ton of perfectionist pearls, you were saying. Well, I'm now poor. But that's okay. Dormitory. Nope. Well, I am now out of money, but it's fine because I have perfectionist pearls for days. Vando glams himself up later a lot. Oh boy, I'm looking forward to this. Do the characters' talent trees ever change? I hope they do. At least a little. You found it, didn't you? Oh, right.
You found it, didn't you? Your trembling lips tell me you have something important to say. Tell me, what was Madame Cherie's advice?
We repeat the advice to Priscilla.
So I should share a secret with the target of my affection, should I? I knew that's what she would say. Which is why I told you all in the first place. Well, did you see what I'm trying to tell you? Do the plaintive cries of my aching, breaking heart reach your ears? No. Ah, you're such a meanie. I know you know. Stop toying with my girlish emotions.
Ha! You really ruined the mood now. Let's start again from the beginning, shall we? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no.
I was visiting Mummy and Daddy back in Heliodor when I first saw you, racing through the long grass like a wild stallion. You looked at me and smiled. Ever since that moment, I have been a prisoner to my passion. I am yours, Tongues, now and forever. But you're in the middle of an adventure, aren't you? Well, don't worry about me for the time being. Let our love ripen, and it will taste all the sweeter when it's finally time for us to be together. Farewell for now, my darling. Take this to remember me by. Oh, and this. Mwah!
We receive a uniform. Oh boy. I was hoping she was in love with the mini metal man. Or, I don't know, a chicken. I regret. Well, we have the uniform. Do I put the elevating vest on him? I'm not even sure if that helps that much. I don't think it does. Like, I think it might straight up be too late for that. So, can I put it on Jade, maybe? We could also put her in a bunny girl outfit. Both are good. Schoolgirl Jade. I really wish you could actually have a costume on. Anyway. What else do I need for the... Oh, we need fishnet stockings. Well, we have a side quest to go turn in. I don't feel good about this. But, alright. Let's see, we want to go back to Port of Valor. Wonder how many other side quests I'd still have to finish off. Probably a bunch. Oh, EXP from the vest is always more. 10% is always 10%. I thought it set up to... Let me take a look at this. To a max of 75 EXP. You sure about that? Because I think that maximum means that it can't be more than 75 EXP per monster.
Aye. Have you done it, Chico? Have you prepared the bunny girl costume for your friend? Muy bien. And all that remains is for her to oblige an old man and put the costume on.
Yep.
My dear, you're so very beautiful. You look every bit as marvelosa as the first bunny girl I ever saw. No, even more marvelosa. In fact, see, Chica, you're the most beautiful bunny girl the world has ever seen. Not everyone can carry the bunny girl outfit, you know. It requires a certain something, and you have it in spades. You agree, see, Chico? You also know that your friend makes a perfect bunny girl.
Huh. Jade stares coldly at the old man, sighs deeply, and walks off.
Aye. Angry bunnies are even more adorable,
I can't do that. I don't even know how that's supposed to be. Probably?
I must thank you for your efforts, Chico. Take this, por favor.
We get a garter. Yay.